so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can't and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Your lies, I'll do what I want. What's next? I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed.
Oh no, the mouse went quiet. Hello, Mippet. And Grace. No, it isn't Saturday. Lots of do things tonight. Uh-oh. I think we lost the mouse. Mousy went quiet. Well, I figured we haven't streamed for a while, and I've been kind of working on this tank, so I'd show it off tonight. Gonna set up something different. And there's four Hero Tilapia multispinosa, or rainbow cichlids, in this tank now. More coming. Yeah, lighting candles. Probably. We were just talking. She probably turned off her mic, went to mute, and hasn't realized that she's still on mute. Or she's having internet difficulties. Sometimes we just don't know with the mouse. A nice little lady right there. Yeah, she could have lost her ears. Thing is, we were just talking backstage and setting up. But her video feed's gone now, and her voice is gone. I'm all alone. Well, welcome, Darth. So, what do you guys think of this tank so far? Isn't much, you know. It's another one of those big 4-foot. Mess up Dave. It is a work in progress. There will be more plants and more fish, different lighting added. The wood and the rock that's in there now probably will change out. Yep, mouse did break the internet. That's it. Yeah, she does. Yeah, but what are we gonna do? She's the mouse. Why, thank you, Mippet. Uh-oh. Now she's totally gone. She'll be back. I know she will. She loves us too much. And she's got too many new things to show off. Hey, Fish Fam. Glad you made it.
Okay, can you hear me now?
There, you're back.
Okay, I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden the camera just decided to, not work, and it took everything with it, audio, video, everything.
You
Like it
broke
took
the
every.
internet.
I broke the camera. Okay, now
Oh,
it's
Grace,
working.
there's actually four of them in there. And I haven't determined how many boys and
Okay,
girls.
now if I can find their food.
Yes, we hear the mouse
Okay,
again.
yay! Sorry guys. Hi everyone. Yeah, I don't know what the heck happened there.
Yep. Mouse broke the internet.
Yeah, I mean I had to literally leave and come all the way back in.
Oh no. And it happens again. Nope.
I'm fine. Okay, everything's fine.
You're fine.
Sorry about that. Sorry. I hit a button that time. That time that was my fault.
You make me nervous.
Sorry. It's been a rough day. Man,
I I can
it's
imagine.
been a it's been a day.
Well,
I mean, it keeps being a lot of
looky
days, but
there. I've got what looks like precoitus activity.
oh yeah. Yeah, she's flipping fins at him.
What's odd though is they aren't in breeding colors. Because the neat thing about mine is that when they are in their breeding colors, they are all almost all black, but the top of them is bright yellow.
Uh-huh. Well, hopefully y'all get to see some of the Tetras in here in a minute.
I
Some of the
see
new.
them,
Oops, if I
but then
don't
I know
drop
what
this
I'm looking
again.
for.
They're little guys.
Well, make your screen bigger.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Boop. They're back there
Yep.
eating. You can't really see them because of the big sword plant. And yeah, don't mind the algae in the back of this tank. It's getting there. Okay, I gotta scrape it. I didn't get to do my water change I wanted to do today. Like I said, today was not a great day. I'm having a lot of those days. You're down to one kitty. Okay, we lost another kitty. I don't know what's going on. Our last kitty's going to the vet tomorrow, so there's that. Some of my females over here look chunky already on the
Good.
tetras.
Well, they are not apparently not too difficult to spawn and get babies from.
Yeah, I need to get something for them to, scatter their little eggs on. But our Corys are down there, probably munching on the food I threw in. Because, of course, they
Yeah.
went to the one that went all the way to the back of the tank instead of, the stuff that, well, I think it all got pushed to the back of the tank. Oh, well. But I finally have all the guys in here. Everyone's, the whole gang's in here now. I've got to get a piece of tape to cover up the blue light on my camera. I keep forgetting to do that. Fish are,
Oops.
fish are an illusion. Wow. I wish that was the case because, man, are fish expensive.
And we're only playing with the inexpensive ones right now.
Yeah. Okay, so I know me and Jeff have been talking about it for a real long time, but we're finally doing it. We were going to do it this week, but we both forgot it's a holiday this week. It's the 4th of July.
Yep.
And so next Monday, not tomorrow, but Monday, a week from tomorrow, he's going to send out the Shelleys. I'm going to send out my Epistos. And yeah, I'm going to have the Shell Dwellers, finally. So
Yay!
everything's ready. Yay. How are all the peas? The peas are good. They haven't gotten much bigger yet, but they are eating. They're getting big. I will show their tank pretty soon. I'm still working on their permanent enclosure. I just got their plants, so yeah,
Everything's a work in progress.
it is a work in progress, but I'm getting there. I am getting there. I got new
Oh,
leaves
yeah.
on the sword. I'm really happy about that. I was kind of worried about him.
Yeah, it does look like I have a pair that are pairing up.
Woohoo! Yeah, let's watch your fish. Your fish are more exciting than mine tonight. Mine are still getting used to, doing their little fishy things. So I had to go buy Petco earlier. And normally I won't buy fish at Petco or PetSmart anymore. Um, that's just a personal choice of mine, you know.
Right.
I just haven't had good luck. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't have good luck with Petco or PetSmart fish.
Yeah. Yeah. The
I
big
can't really
chain
say
stores are not always a great place to pick up fish, but sometimes you get lucky.
yeah, and I think it really depends all about the stores. Which store you go to,
Right.
and you know, um, summer
When they
price.
get them in, how they're dealt with.
But I did go to Petco, and I was real tempted because they had two types of rasboras that I wanted that you don't commonly see in stores around here either. So I was real
Right.
shocked about that. Um, they had the I think it was the golden wonder killifish.
Ooh.
They had the brilliant rasbora, and they had ember tetras, which I was floored. I've never seen ember tetras in a store. Um, so I was real tempted, but I was like, no, I'm not going to do that right now. Even though I could probably have popped any of those in this tank with the neons and the
Yep.
Corys, and it would have been fine.
You have been just fine.
But I kind of have Skiffia coming, and I'm gonna need a spot for them. And if I take up all my real estate, I'm not gonna have a spot for them. And I really want the Skiffia again. The Scipia and the peas will not be living together this time. Learned my lesson there. Do not put the Scipia and the peas together. They will eat the peas. Not eat them, but pick at them. So,
Yeah. Pick at them and bother them to the point where they won't like it anymore.
yeah. And then I have cooked peas. I don't want cooked peas.
No.
Oop. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, let's. Oop. Nope, that's too small. Okay, I'll stop playing with the screen in a minute, y'all. I promise. Really, I will. There, just one more. There we go.
Sure.
Let's do that. There we go. See, I'm just a little guy down here. I was really hoping I could coax all of the Tetras over here, but I don't think they're going for it tonight. So we'll just go back. We'll go back to that.
Yeah.
There we go. I found a few. I found a few of them. Yay!
I've always liked the black Tetras. They're always nice.
They also had the glow light Tetras, which I haven't seen in a
Yep.
hot minute at Petco. And that Petco hasn't carried the glowfish in a long time. So I do have to replant all of my Vallisneria because I forgot the quarries will root it up. I don't put some
Yeah,
rocks around it.
I came down and quite a number of the new plants that I had just stuck in were pulled up. But then they were just stem plants and they were quickly shoved into place.
Yeah, I didn't notice until just before I popped the camera on that the Vallisneria had floated over, and I was like, oh, well, that happened again. So I got to go get a little bit of gravel to put in this tank tomorrow to help with that. I'll put it along the back where we put the valves, and that should keep them from digging them up again.
Yep.
Tetras are fun to watch. I do have to
Oh,
give it
they
to
are.
when I first got them, they were all like kind of schooling together, just like hanging out. Like, we're all friends. I mean, they're still kind of doing that, but they've gotten more comfortable. Now, when they get scared, they will like all come together and form a big cloud.
They will.
The stacking Tetris. You know, that would be cool if they had a fish that did kind of just stack together.
No, stacking Tetris that happens here in my basement. You got to figure out all kinds of different size and shape tanks and how they all fit together. We call it tank Tetris. But yeah,
I
I
need to get a
figured
little.
I was going to show the new tank because I was going to start using it as a backdrop.
Oh, well, that's
So I can do this. Hello, everybody. But as you can see,
yeah.
I've got
There's the
light
phrase.
issues and junk issues. I got a little work to do down here, but I figured I'd start doing what all the other aquarium people do and use a tank as my backdrop. But then I don't like the look of my basement right now. I got a little work to do.
Yeah, I gotta. Like I'm not embarrassed of my living room. It's just it's not all the tanks are still not really where I want them to be yet. So that and my kids have a habit of just walking through at any random minute. So y'all really want me to keep the camera on the tanks. Actually, more the
Um,
kids want me to keep the cameras on the tanks.
I'm surprised I haven't had a visit from a certain black little kitty. She loves it down here in the fish room.
Well, hang on, let me see if I can find him. Sully, Mr. Sullivan. Is it too dark to see you, Sully? Sully's like, no, you can't see me. I'm a black cat in a dark room. Or what were you thinking, lady?
Well, of course, your screen is small too.
Yeah. He's like, get the camera out of my face, lady. He's actually giving me a kind of dirty look. He's like, would you please stop that?
Oh,
Hey,
Teresa,
Teresa,
visitor wifey,
how goes it? Oh, that's why my
it is
camera
good to
keeps
see
spinning around.
you.
We're in. So, yeah.
And to catch you up, we're both showing off new fish.
Yep. Eventually, I'll have my camera back on. I was trying to get the cat to make an appearance, but Mr. Sullivan was like, no, please get that out of my face. So I obliged him.
Servant, my dish is empty. There must be food in it. No camera, food. Ah,
I do not know what is going on with this camera, but I think it might be my adapter.
oh no.
Yeah. Well, that's an easy fix, though. Nope. There it is. All right, I'll be back 1 second. I know what it's going to make me do.
Uh, make you shut down and restart again. I'm doing quite well. Did spend the weekend with a nasty cold. You can probably hear the remnants of it, but kept me down a good part of the weekend. And then I mutated it and handed it off to Sean. And now she's upset with me, so I get to sleep on the couch. Yeah, she's gone. She'll be back.
Okay.
See,
Well,
she's
I'm
back.
back. I'm back, but my camera is giving me issues, and I do not know why. So I will do this for right now until I can figure out what's going on with Dave. You know, 2.3.0. Is this Dave 3.0?
Yeah, this is Dave 3.0.
Oh my goodness, Dave, you're getting old, dude. You've got multiple generations of you here now.
And then, of course, we have the other new one for the super intense close up.
Um, that one's uh, Optimus David 1.75. I don't know. I got nothing there.
Yeah,
Optimus Prime Dave 2.9. I don't know.
Optimus. Let's call him Optimus Dave.
Oop. All right, throw that camera on and let's see if that one works. There we go.
Yay!
Now let's see if I can switch cameras. Nope, that one is not. It's not. What is going on with you, Dave? I keep breaking stuff tonight. I thought I was over
Love you.
this, but I guess I'm not. Mouse cannot not break things.
I'm
I
slightly
think it might
excited
be my
that
adapter.
they're doing a spawning dance.
Yeah, your tank looks really good. Really goes with
Well,
all
it's
that
got
wood in there.
water spots and dirt, and but
Yeah,
as
all the
I've
things
always
that makes
said,
the space better.
all good tanks have to have water spots.
Okay, that's weird. Oh, now he came on. Okay, cool. Watch this. Poop. Look, y'all. I have two cameras.
Yay!
I did a thing. Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna go trimming on the sword and get the plants back where they're supposed to be. And I got a couple of plants I need to get planted. So I'm gonna get started on that. My chain sword has already chained its way out of the pot and kind of I'm focused on the broken leaf. Eey. But yeah, I've already
You wish.
gotten it's already come out of the pot and decided to start entering the substrate. So there is that.
Well, that's not a terrible thing.
No, it's just I could just break that piece off and leave it there and then unpot the pot and let it do its thing. This leaf is bugging me real bad. And I'm trying to see. I thought I had tweezers here. I do have tweezers here. I am working on getting a pointer so I can point fish out for Liam since he asked for me to do that. Mr. Leaf, I'm going to need you to just break off here. Please don't give me a hard time. I don't want to have to pull out the scissors. Oh, no, we don't want to. Well, I already broke that leaf, so let's just break it some more.
Grab it down by the stem
Yeah,
if you can.
I'm trying to not do it the easy way, because why would you do
Right,
that?
right.
Still on a mission to get Pathos like Cecil's. Okay, that's hurt. Broke it. Ooh, no. Oh, come on already. Could you please break? There we go. I have successfully almost removed the leaf. Oh my goodness, why are you still stuck? How not to
Because it's a
remove your
sword
plants
plant.
with mouse. Holy hell, that leaf did not want to give up.
Nope.
That leaf said, nope, not today. I have okay. I did get some black Tetras, and they are in this tank. I promise you, they are, even though they're hiding. Hang on, let me
Well,
change the
you
camera.
you make your camera bigger.
Boop,
There you go.
they're over here. They're the little guys. Everyone's decided to hide on the opposite side of the tank. I wasn't gonna put a pleco in here. I may go get an autosinkless to put in here.
Autosinkless would be good in there.
Get a few of those and pop those bad boys in there for the algae. Yeah, that leaf did not want to come off, but yeah, there's a bunch of. I'm gonna try to wipe them off first and see if I can get some of the brown algae off of the leaves. And if I can't, then I'll just cut them off. And just be like, you know what? Well, just take that out. Oh, ooh.
And my new fish we're seeing tonight are the rainbow cichlids.
Here we go.
And mine are full grown. Apparently, they have had eggs and babies already. So it's a breeding group.
Woohoo!
Yep, all plants are real. Big
Me and
chunkles
this
at the
litter.
bottom are going to be the cories. Killer kitty.
Hey, kitty ninja, cat ninja. I still have wires in the way. I have to get this heater moved to the back, and yeah, I have to fix my cord situation. I'm getting there because I don't know what I'm exactly going to do with the other tank and what filter I'm going to leave on it. So my stuff's still a mess.
Everything's a mess.
Everything's a mess right now, and you know what? That's okay. You can clean up messes.
Things get ugly before they get pretty.
Yes.
Look at a swan.
And 90% of ducks. Even some adult ducks. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know why I thought the cories would not dig my plants up. Yeah.
I haven't put cories in yet. Here, let's show some of my plants.
Well, Madagascar lace is actually throwing some new leaves out. So that should be getting big pretty soon. Mr. Mouse is doing good. His legs are still, a little messed up, but they're getting better.
Here we go.
Oh, Teresa, no. Don't say that.
Look at the nice crypt that was given.
Ooh.
I agree with Grace, Teresa. You've always been beautiful.
Yeah, he goes back to wound care on the 8th, and I kind of I'm gonna have words with his doctor over the cleaning solution. They want it's a thing, but essentially I found out they wanted him to get this name brand expensive stuff that I literally could have bought 3 other brands that had the same ingredients. It is what it is. So I'm gonna let them know that. I'm
Of
be
course,
like, what
they
are
want
you
you to
doing?
buy the name brand.
And the expensive stuff. Why wouldn't they?
Oh yeah.
Eventually, me and Nerd will be back on a regular schedule too.
We're going to try.
Yeah. I am planning on going back to mornings. I've actually started to be able to sleep at night again. So, you know, I'll be waking up in the mornings again. Anxiety sucks, and sometimes, it gets the better of us. So, yeah. But, yeah, all this weekend I've gone to bed at like 11 to midnight. So, I'm really hoping I'll get there by, middle of next week. Pushing before, 4th of July.
Yeah, 4th of July. Yay.
Is that little baby
Celebrate the
swimming
birth of
around?
our country by blowing a part of it up.
Yeah. Well, I like when stuff goes in. I thought I saw a little baby in your tank. Is that a baby? Are those babies?
Uh, I seriously doubt it.
Are you sure? Back
Nope,
by the
doesn't
flower
have.
pot.
Well,
Okay.
if there were babies, there'd be a little cloud of them by now. Right now,
Okay. I was like, oh man, baby's so cool. You already had babies.
it's not impossible, but highly unlikely. And yeah, babies they would be in an absolute cloud,
Oh yeah, kind of like the Epistos were following the mom.
kind of like the epistos, kind of like your angels.
Yeah, let's talk about the angels. I think I have like four of them still alive. Um, Mistakes were made, as they always are. um,
Learning
so
curves,
I did. Yes, I did learn a lesson. I did
and
not go
honestly,
directly.
four four on a first batch is acceptable.
Yeah. Next time
My my
I
first
have
four
a chance.
batches, I didn't have any.
Well, this is the first batch I've actually been able to pull, so I was real
Right,
excited about that, and
and
I'm hoping.
and pretty soon they should start looking like little angels.
Yeah.
And Liam makes it.
Mhm.
Okay,
Thank you.
mm,
Oh yeah, let me make my tank bigger and
make
find the.
make yours bigger. And
They're
meanwhile,
hiding
I'll
out in the back,
go back
back
to
here.
where my fish are hanging out.
They're like, yeah, we're gonna hang out where all the cores are, so no one can see anything. There we go. Let me take that down so you can at least maybe see them a little. I didn't get the blue and red ones, but I did get the black and green ones. Once I get
Black
the
and
tank
silver.
cleaned up, yeah, and the new light on here, um, we'll be able to see them a little better. But I've got some leaf litter I'm going to dump in this tank because the Corys like to move mulm around.
Oh gosh, yes.
So I'm kind of going to try to facilitate that process by dumping some almond leaves in here. I think that should help.
Almond, magnolia,
Hmm. And I've got to go
pecan.
grab magnolia leaves, and we're going on a walk in the woods for the gumballs and the magnolia leaves. Hopefully tomorrow or the next day because it's been raining nonstop for like
Oh,
half the
same
week.
here. And
So,
if it hasn't been raining, it has been insanely hot.
mhm. So I got okay. So once we pick these guys up off the floor, I need to get them dry so they don't mold when I ship them because I'm gonna send Brandon and Jeff some of the gumballs and leaves. So I decided I'm gonna dry them out the way I've seen other people kind of like dehydrate stuff. I've got a couple of the air filters for your furnace, not the ones that
Yeah,
have the fiberglass in it, but like the paper kind.
right.
And I'm gonna stick them between two of those and bungee cord them to a box fan and let them air dry that way for about 2 days.
You can do that. You can actually use your oven at about 200 degrees.
You know what though? It's already like 100 outside right
Right,
now. I'm not turning
right. I hadn't thought about that.
but with the heat as it is and
Yeah,
the fan, it's like it's already an oven in here. It stays about 80 in the house right now,
true.
so I figured that'll work. And it'll smell real earthy in the house while I'm doing it too. So that's a bonus.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna grab a bunch of the rose beast leaves and magnolia leaves and any of the other leaves we can find that are good. And I'm just gonna make up big bags of the stuff and ship it all off. So I was thinking about maybe even if depending on how much of it we can actually get right now, maybe put some on the next auction over at Jeff's. I'll have to see exactly how much of it we can, get. But
Yeah.
so because those gumballs are great for shrimp tanks.
Oh yes.
Because the shrimp like to go in the little holes. It's great for the shrimplets to hide in. It's great for the shrimplets to eat off of because of the biofilm.
Right. Would also be
So,
good for Corey's too.
yeah.
In that thought,
Oh yeah. So I'll probably throw a
maybe
couple in
Corey.
this tank too. Tomorrow I am gonna get my water changes done. We were gonna do them today, but again, with the chaos going on, it did get hit. Hey, no, sorry, it was chaos when everyone came in. Hello to everyone. If I didn't say
Yeah,
hello to y'all anyway, I'm yeah,
I'm
I'm
trying to
messing.
catch everybody and say hello as I see them come in. And if I missed you, I'm sorry.
It's way better at this than I am. Let's get your camera kind of big and see what these guys are doing. I keep seeing the two coming together and doing little shakes. Like,
Yeah,
hey, they're getting
that's
friendly over
that's
there.
definitely going to be the boy. And from what I'm seeing, he's starting to get his breeding color. The bottom hand is starting to turn black,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like he's picked this pot here on this end.
He's like, yep, this one's my little habitat right here. Oh, yeah, he has. He keeps going in and out of there.
Yep.
So, Nerd, what are your thoughts on crebensis?
Crebensis,
Mm-hmm.
wonderful, beautiful fish. Absolutely wonderful. Um, they are what's known as the gatelet.
Really? Because I might be getting some of those too.
Yeah,
Oh,
the nice thing about crebensis, they are actually quite easy to keep and they are beautiful. The downside of crebensis is they are easy to spawn and have large spawns and tend to be difficult to find people that want them because everybody who wants them already has them and has too many of them.
Oh, hey, 3G.
3G, he snuck in.
Because, see, Jeff's got some really pretty ones I've had my eye on for a hot minute.
Oh gosh, yes. Oh yes. I have raised crebensis. The only ones I have not raised are the albinos, but various species of them I've had and raised them up, and yeah, they're very very beautiful. They always have a soft spot in my heart.
Okay, me and these guys are going to fight. It's like they know when I'm changing the camera. Look, because they were all over here, and I put this camera on. Then they're going to go over to the other side. See, they're so cool. They're just like sitting there swimming together. See if I can just down a little bit with this camera.
Yeah.
I should have changed the light on the tank.
I'm actually
Or
happy
light
with
on there.
with mine that my guys are out swimming around for the first 3 days. They just hid, but now they're out and about.
Yeah, I really got to do another water change over here. Man, what's going on in this tank? Trying to move some of these leaves around and there. Yeah. The sword's got its own. It's like, no, I don't want to do that. I promise there are fish in this. They're there. I promise. They really exist.
Yeah, they are. They just like hiding the. They know the camera's out, and they're going to be difficult.
They're like, yeah, we'll wait till, later.
Yeah. Not like mine that say, "Yeah, okay, what's this thing? I don't care. Feed me."
See? You have fishies. And a bunch of uprooted plants.
Also, mine are a bit bigger and harder to hide.
Yeah, that is true. These guys are little and easy to hide. So once they get settled in, they'll be,
These guys here are all 3.5, 4 inches long. So
I do. Okay, so I have Scipia coming, and I am probably, maybe, gonna put them in this tank. Not sure, but I'm also thinking. No, that's right. I'm not putting them in this tank. They are going in another tank.
Nope.
The ones going in this tank are gonna be the rainbow fish are gonna go in here.
That's right.
Yep.
Look, do I have videos dropping on these guys?
I promise snails will be coming back. I am gonna do snails again. I have some snails. I'm gonna get some more snails.
Oh
Hopefully,
my!
they will be living toward to this tank, so that way we can watch the cories and the snails together. Should be a fun experiment. then I can just put the two cameras on and bounce between the two tanks. Because, why not be all kind of crazy with it? So, are your fishies about to have fishy babies, or do the fishy baby thing?
I think so. I the start of breeding tubes dropping.
Well, hey, um,
Yeah, 3G. The problem is here MTS are supposedly illegal, and I have killed too many tanks trying to get rid of them.
I have never seen a trumpet snail. Now, I've seen that Brandon has those chopstick snails, which are kind of cool. But they're live bearing, yeah, they give live birth. Interesting, kind of
So,
like.
so do the trumpet snails. But the
Oh,
trumpet snails reproduce worse than rabbits.
oh, that is, and I think I know what part of the problem is I don't have any snails in this tank. I just noticed that. I have not any snails in this tank. I'm gonna have to go grab some of the ram's horn snails and pop them in here. And I know people are gonna be like, "Why would you do that? Like, why are you gonna infect your tank?" Well, see, the thing is the Corys will eat them. So, um,
Okay,
I think,
and I guess let's go back for Teresa. MPS. There's it's obviously not, yes, Malaysian trumpet snails. They are a great way to keep a planted tank substrate turned and moving, and don't generally don't have gas pockets when you have trumpet snails. So they are good that way. However,
but
they reproduce quickly and plentifully, and if allowed, they will overrun a tank, and you have gravel that is nothing but snails. Snails and snail shells. And any possible snail process to get rid of snails, they laugh at.
I've heard they're horrible to get rid of.
Oh, they are. Oh, I'm sorry.
I've also heard the same thing about isopods,
Yes.
the aquatic isopods. I forget exactly what they call them.
Scuds.
It'll come to me. Scuds. That's right, scuds.
Oh,
Because at
scuds are
first I was like,
actually
oh,
a little
yeah.
freshwater shrimp, and they're an excellent cichlid food source. The downside of scuds is they reproduce quickly, and any vegetative matter is their immediate food.
Yeah, so they will decimate a plantain.
They would take that sword plant and destroy it down to its roots in about 3 days.
Yeah. Okay. So when I said this, I did not mean the mystery snails. I meant the ram's horn, the pet snails, the snails you really
Yeah.
don't want in your tank. The bladder snails, the ones that like they lay a bazillion eggs in like 3 days, and then 3 days later you do have a bazillion snails. But those snails are great for Corys because you can just crush them and they eat them, and then your snail population doesn't get out of control. So yeah, I am gonna put some Rams horns in here.
Yeah. And for 3G,
Not
how I finally did get rid of a trumpet infestation. I took every living thing I wanted to save out of a tank, dropped level down to 3 inches, took 15 feet of bare copper wire, coiled it up on the bottom, turned the heater up to 90 and left it for a week and a half.
oh Lord,
That was the
that's
only
excessive.
way. That was the only way I got rid of the trumpet snails. Um, you hear about the potassium permanganate. It's a great way to get rid of pest snails. And I had a tank that I nuked with permanganate for, oh gosh, yeah, I turned it a nice dark purple and it stayed purple for 3 days. And when the reaction was done, went back to went back to using the tank, and for 3 weeks I never saw a trumpet snail, so I thought it had worked. After 3 weeks, I see trumpet snails crawling up the back glass. The only difference was they were now all black.
Yeah, I don't think I want Malaysian trumpet snails. Now
They're
it's funny
they're
that
great
3G
if you
talked
can
about
keep them under control. They're great if you don't overfeed. I overfeed. Yes, pennies and hang on back. I remember that. But I wasn't playing around. I had,
yeah.
15 feet of bare copper wire. I was done. I was tired of them. Hey, gosh, just as we have been here, these guys are starting to really color up.
Mm-hmm. They're getting real active over there. Mine are still like, we're just gonna hide. You know, she's here, she's talking. They're not used to it yet. The more I do it with them, then the more they'll come out. Right now they're just a
Right.
little standoffish, so they're not like the Skiffia. They don't want to come out and dance for everyone yet.
And mine are dancing. But then, yeah, these little rainbow cichlids, they're kind of related to the convicts and have some of the same reproduction issues, which was one of the reasons why I actually wanted to get them again.
Are they as prolific as the convicts?
Not quite as prolific, but very close.
Oh Lord, that's that's a lot of fishies. Hey, Shirley, good to see you. You missed everything.
Oh, Shirley,
You
you
missed
missed
all the
anything? Here,
excitement. My
here. We'll
camera,
show
my mic.
Shirley my little surprise that I'm working on.
Oh yeah, here. Let
I'll
me
show
let me
you.
make me smaller and you bigger. Woo!
Uh, Hi, Shirley. And we move
He's
here in
setting up
front of
fish.
the light. I'm setting up this tank as a backdrop, but I have more here and here and over there and there.
Back
Those things
there.
are a little, yeah, it's a mess. Middle of construction, but eventually I'll be doing this, so you get to see this beautiful face.
I'm gonna make a
in
real YouTuber out of it eventually.
oh yeah, in September I start growing the winter coat, and I start looking more like Whip.
And you know what? No matter how hard I try, I can't make the AI shave fish nerd.
Yep, the winter coat tends to go away around April. Starts September, goes away around April.
I'm like, no, I need you to shave him. And they don't do it. It's like I'm like, come on, man. Like you gotta fix this.
Thank
I
you,
I
Teresa.
didn't, but I will go back and watch it and see where you went on your field trip. I did leave nerd unsupervised for about 10 minutes, the first 10 minutes of the stream. I did something and I messed one of my cameras up because see, I have figured out how to hook up two cameras and now I can do this and I can do whoop, that. So I got two different views. The goal is I have two tanks right here and I'm going to set up two spots for the cameras and I'll have one tank and then the other tank that I can switch back and forth to. So yeah,
Oh, I better ask
I figured this
Shirley.
out by accident.
Did Dave get those plants sent out to you?
How were your plants looking, Shirley? Did you get them yet? I know it's kind of weird because there's a holiday coming up, so shipping's kind of bleh. Oh, now the quarries want to come out. Now y'all
Oh,
want to.
of
Now
course.
you want.
Oh yeah, they're getting chunky again. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
David Elfish was sending out that pogo stamen. Good. I'm glad you got him. Exactly what I meant, Shirley.
I think I have killed on my pogo salmon again. I'm about to give up trying to
I know
grow
I
it.
killed mine. That's kind of why I got it for Shirley on the auction. I told her I was going to send her some, and then I go and kill it all.
So I'm gonna see how much of mine I have left and see if I can't salvage it and get it in this tank. Or I may just actually put it in the other tank since the quarries would probably just keep uprooting it anyway and try that. But yeah, tomorrow I get to scrape this bad boy. Woohoo!
Oh, you haven't gotten to pogo yet. Okay. I don't know if he was going to be like a lot of people and holding off to ship when the heat till the heat wave broke.
Yeah. Well, y'all, we have actually made it past the 1 hour mark tonight.
Wow, time
Woohoo!
flies when we're having fun.
Yeah, I know. And the Corey's finally came out at the end. Real
Yep.
excited about that. Corey's doing Corey things. Tetras hiding. Nerdfish are trying to get freaky on stream. So,
Yep,
that's always fun. Man, that crypt looks really good.
that is,
I'm really
yeah.
jealous of that. That crypt's beautiful. My crypt's trying. It'll get there. It'll get there.
Yeah, eventually.
So,
Yeah, that's this little crypt I got from a friend here in the area. He does all dirted tanks and actually has a little bit of a business. And yeah, he got talking to him at the last club meeting. Like, oh, you're getting set back. Let me donate you some various plants, and he did. And the crypts were some. And yeah, he does. He's been playing with tanks about as long as I have.
all right, y'all. Well, it's already midnight here, and I need to actually go to sleep so I can start doing mornings again. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
Okay.
Go to sleep.
Oh, you found least killies. Oh boy, least killies are so much fun.
Yeah, you're gonna have them forever. You'll still keep finding them, even after you thought you got rid of them all. And then you'll find
You're
like
still
30 more.
finding least killies, aren't you?
Oh yeah, dude, they are all in that moss. I can't get them out. It's horrible. They just keep coming back. It's like every time I think I've got them all, I'm like, how did another female get in there?
Oh
No.
yeah. Oh yeah.
If you need more of these killies, if I come across any more, Shirley, I will send them to you. I will send them to you. I think I have more. I'm pretty sure I do. If you put a clump
Pretty
of
sure you do too.
moss in with them, and you only have one. If it's a female and she's pregnant, you're gonna have them forever. So, but yeah, I'll keep an eye out for them, and I'll start collecting them out of my tank for you. Uh, but yeah, I put like this big ball of moss in my tank, and they all hide in it. And then I took the moss out because I was going to repurpose the area and put a new tank over there. And yeah, so now it's like never ending least killies because the moss is like I can't sit there and pull all the moss apart trying to find them because it's just so much. I mean, the moss filled up half of a 10-gallon tank. It's a lot of freaking moss. So
We will get you some, I'm sure.
yeah,
And
I'll
speaking
see
of
what
us,
I
I
can
did have a
do.
surprise out in my outside tanks that I didn't set up this year and last year. I found
Oh,
moss growing. Very
well,
healthy. Looked like a Christmas moss, and I don't remember putting that out there.
that is weird. Because even if moss dries out, the minute it gets wet again, it'll come back to life. Moss just does that.
And that's probably what has happened. But yeah, I'm gonna clean it up, and it's probably gonna end up a clump of it in this tank. Why? Because I can.
Yeah, I totally would.
Actually, I'm probably not going to clean it up too much and let all the bugs that live in it stay in it.
I mean, that would be great for the tank and for the little
Oh gosh,
fishies.
yes. Yep.
All right, so I guess I'm okay. We're gonna get out of here. I will see y'all later. I'll get with you, Shirley,
Yep.
and we'll figure something out.
Yep.
But y'all have a
Yeah,
good night. I
well,
will.
yep. We'll all touch base.
And
So,
hopefully I will be live Tuesday morning. I'm not going to go live in the morning, but Tuesday morning I will probably be live. But yeah, y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all later.
and everybody sleep well when you get